system of computers and projecting and all kinds of stuff from the floor. It's going to be really cool. It's really the first time that this has been done this way. So he's a bold man. He's going to push us into a new frontier, and I, for one, am very excited. Now, if everything goes well, congratulate Cole and congratulate his co-pilot, Nick. If everything goes poorly, congratulate me. But right now, let's give a big, warm web school welcome to Cole Stableford.
Please. This past summer, I attended a gaming conference in Madison, Wisconsin called GLS. GLS stands for Gaming plus Learning plus Society. Yes, the conference was about games for learning, but not for those games that teach you 2 plus 2 by clicking on the answer and calling it a game. We talked about genuine games such as Skyrim, Mario, and Minecraft, and many other popular games, and how their multiplayer functions can be used to teach players about community or coming together and working together. After this conference, I started thinking more and more about games for learning. I thought, why does community have to be the only lesson? Why can't games also be used for homework and to teach the basics of certain topics, such as problem solving and the process of manufacturing? I started thinking about the endless possibilities for games to have in education, and turning education into teaching us to use the resources we have at hand. It seems to me that a lot of education today is just based off of test scores, not how well we use the things we've learned. Today I'm going to discuss only one game in particular that I think has endless possibilities. I know that I'm about to get a few sighs, but I want to explain to all of you why I think Minecraft can be used for learning and schoolwork. Minecraft is a creative game where you collect supplies and craft new objects in the game, while trying not to be killed by zombies, spiders, skeletons, and creepers. Creepers are the worst. They're constantly blowing up your creations and setting back your progress. I guess just like in life, things can go horribly wrong and we have to stop and fix the problem, which is exactly what creepers make us do in Minecraft. Anyway, a lot of the game requires mining to gather resources to progress through the different stages of tools and weapons. While the regular version of Minecraft can teach creative art form and the concepts of community through online servers, modifications to the code for the game can make Minecraft into an entirely new game. People in the Minecraft community expand the game in the way they think it should be, by programming new modifications or mods into the game. Minecraft can inspire players to learn programming and just start programming useful modifications, which can be quite extensive. Later I'll talk more about the way I've been inspired to change the game with my own programming. Now I'm going to explain why I think Minecraft can be used for homework assignments or to teach basic concepts with a Minecraft modification pack called Tekkit. Tekkit is a modification that has many other mods installed in it that have been programmed to work in unison. First, let me talk about puzzles and electricity. As we enter this house here, it is completely dark, which is not good because we need light to keep away the monsters. So we walk over this lever, flip the switch. Watch the entire house comes alive with light. Even though it does not look like it, turning on the light requires the ability to look at a puzzle and find an answer. If we walk into this maintenance shaft here, we can see the path of redstone. This is the equivalent of electricity in Minecraft. As you can see, I had to plan out where the wiring needs to be placed in order for the lights to work. You can see that in this hallway here. Many electronic designs can be very hard puzzles to figure out, but players don't give up on solving the problem, because usually players spend days working on designs. There are a few schoolwork problems that any of us would spend days or even weeks trying to solve, like players do with the Minecraft problem. Minecraft inspires players to be persistent. As we walk back to the first floor, I can show you some more examples of puzzles. If we take this resin that I got from a rubber tree, put the resin into this furnace, it will turn the resin into rubber. If we then walk across the room, we can then take this copper ore in this chest here and watch it travel through the pipes to be turned into dust and then into copper ingots. You can observe that here. In order for these machines to work and do their job, they need to have a big power source like a generator. To get power from the generator to the machines, we need wiring, which we can make using the rubber and copper we have just made. But you need to be careful in the way you set up your wiring, or otherwise you will quickly use up all your wiring before you know it. There's a good lesson right there. resource management. But you need to be careful in the way you set up your wiring. Now I could show you many more examples of problem solving, but I need to talk about a different point. The resin we just took from the rubber trees was taken using a tree tap, which is similar to what foresters and logging companies actually use to extract resin from trees. We then take the resin and put it into the furnace to make rubber. The creator of the modification created a need to do this by retrieving rubber sources, by making it so you can craft insulated wire for the machines out of the rubber. They manufactured something that teaches the basics of rubber manufacturing, but is presented in a certain way that players are not forced in learning, but in wanting to learn. Players will even make YouTube videos describing the process of how to get rubber in Minecraft. These are all examples of learning basic lessons and improving problem solving skills, but I think Minecraft's potential can be more specific than that. For example, my friends Landon and Matthew back in freshman English made a replica of the Lord of the Flies Island in Minecraft for a project break. He used Minecraft for homework, and that is the essence of my idea. Here's an example of my idea if we head over to this teleporter here, which is another example of using those YouTube videos. Anyway, as we beam over, we can see that we're in an area called Civil War Simulation. If we then take a look in these chests marked for each side, we can see that the supplies are different. The history class could use this to illustrate how the Union had better supplies than the Confederacy, and can even show what the weapon for the era is, like this musket here. If we continue in, we can see that there are blue lines and arrows set up on the battlefield, and inside the fort at the very far end, there's a red line. In this case, the lines represent each side's battle movements and deployments. A homework assignment could be create a replica of a battlefield, like Fort Donelson, where a battle took place here in Tennessee in 1862. A game could even be made where the students have to fight towards a goal in the battlefield with the weapons at hand, and can learn about the advantages and disadvantages of a side firsthand. Minecraft can be used in very specific ways for an in-class or homework environment. It teaches students in a way that they want to learn. Now we get to what I have been inspired to create with coding. I've come up with the idea of a biology program taught through Minecraft. I've not yet started the coding, and I'm not sure if I will soon. But even just thinking about this has shown me how much learning writing one modification can induce. Here's the process I went through while designing the mod. The botany mod would involve many different types of plants and would introduce a botany text in Minecraft. The way the text would work is that the students could find the plants in the world by using the text, which lists the uses and environments of the plants. These environments and uses would then correlate with the real world. Now this is what I originally came up with to teach about the plants, but then I started to think about whether or not I would even feel as though it's just another assignment. So I started to think about whether or not I would feel. So my next problem was finding a practical use for it in the game. So I wondered if the uses listed in the game were the actual uses the plants could have in the game. For example, if we had a plant that can treat burns, wouldn't you want to go and find it so you can use it when you accidentally catch on fire? Which happens a lot. So now I need to do some research on the different types of plants and find good uses for them in the game. I look forward to doing this research. So I hope you see that this entire process of modding is inspiring me and many other modders out there to do problem solving and research. I really believe that a game can be used to learn both specific and general skills. I do not think this is an excuse to just play games all the time and call it learning, because games cannot replace classrooms and teachers. But I believe they can certainly help ease the process of learning. In the mod tech players never stop learning. They're always using tools and machines that the player has to do research on and figure out how to work them. Whether they are learning about using basic commands to control a computer in Minecraft, or using logic to create a huge sorting facility for a giant quarry, or building a farm, or even using creativity to make a trap with TNT to mess with their friend. They are always learning. To me, Minecraft is the ultimate stepping stone because it is a raw material that can be smelted down into a more refined material to be used as a tool, just as iron is in the game. Minecraft is the start to the idea of learning to use, not learning to test. Thank you, and announcements are next.